Hi, my name is Matt Castle. I'm the head of the GSLS Biostatistics initiative, and we provide computational skills and practical biostatistics training to life scientists within the University of Cambridge specifically, but also more generally to any graduate student or researcher that's looking for that sort of skill set. The mainstay of our program of courses that we run is something called the Core Statistics course. This provides about 18 hours of dedicated practical training in statistics aimed at biologists and medics and other life scientists who know they need to use statistics, but all too often they've been put off statistics by any previous training they've had at undergraduate or A-level, where that training has been far too theoretical and far too impenetrable for them to get to grips with, and so they haven't really felt that they can understand what they're doing. And as such, the course that we've been developing, this course that we've been using over the years, has always had technology at its heart. It's a practical, skills-based course that allows life scientists to analyse their data and get to the conclusions that they are hoping to get to. When lockdown started earlier this year, I remember at the time struggling with wondering what to do around our own courses. Should we just move to live delivery, or should we try and pivot to completely asynchronous? And that was when I came across the idea of hybrid flexible learning, the high flex approach, which to my mind, it just meant we could do both. The way that we decided to move our course is that we do run live training now. So we have sessions where there's a Zoom call, participants will be able to dial in. We've got some interactive lecture components and quizzes and feedback and polls that we can do with the students who are there live, but we record those sessions. We also have a dedicated live practical component where all of our participants are working on their computers, working through the data and the statistical problems that we've set them. And there's a dedicated live help desk which is manned by the rest of the sort of team that we've got working here at the Biostatistics initiative. And that covers our live synchronous approach. But what we also have is we've recorded that little lecture component and training session, and that gets uploaded to Moodle, and so that's available for any of our participants that aren't able to access the live training, and they can watch that aspect of the course in their own time, asynchronously. The Help Centre is being monitored in between the sessions that we've got. So if there are any questions that any of our participants have who are engaging with material asynchronously, they can post those questions, they can ask for help. The benefit we feel for this is that, or that I really liked about this, is that the choice this gives to the participants into how they engage with the material. They don't have to sign up to always being there live. They don't have to sign up to always engaging with the material asynchronously. They can pick and choose. I remember when I approached the team, there was 6 other members of the team, Sarah Mitchell, Vicky Hodgson, Katrina Bilgert, Ema Jones, Andrew Brown, and Nat Walker-Hale. And I spoke to them all saying, I want to do this. Do you think we can do this? And they were, without their support and backing, and I went, yeah, let's go for it. I'm not certain this would have happened. We really did need several people pulling together on this. Things like when the internet dropped out for one of us, there was someone else on the call who could manage the live sessions. When we were having 160 people all trying to engage with the Help Centre, we needed a large enough team to give them that rapid feedback.
Most of us have been affected by the pandemic in one way or another. And by moving the Biostatistics Initiative course online, it was possible for students to continue learning and participating at a time when it was not possible to attend in person, no matter where in the world they were based. By running the sessions live and in real time, we hope to create a sense of community, even though we were physically distanced. And as an instructor, I also really enjoyed being able to be a part of that community.
I think it had something of an underappreciated benefit for the instructors ourselves. We ran a small Zoom call on the side which served as our home base, where we could banter and discuss questions that were coming in from the Slack and ask each other for help if necessary. And I think this helped to foster the kind of camaraderie that you can even miss during in-person teaching, for example, if you're dotted all around the room. And I'm sure that the energy and the enthusiasm that we derived from that really spilled over into the in-person teaching as well.
In terms of going forward, we're continuing with this delivery system right now. And we're going to continue doing that through the remainder of lockdown. But one of the exciting things, I think, is that in the future, when we return back to teaching people face-to-face, I want to continue doing this. So the plan is going to be that we'll have live lectures, but we'll also be recording and streaming live those sessions. So we've got this sort of 3-way capacity for people to engage, and that's going to be really exciting. I mean, there's even more ambitious ideas around creating a more flexible curriculum for the courses. We could offer them the material that is bespoke to their discipline. So everyone in the session is looking at linear modelling, but you could look at linear modelling for ecologists versus linear modelling for cell biologists versus medics, and so they'd have the same learning outcomes, but they've got to engage with it in a more accessible fashion. So I'm excited about what we've done. I'm really pleased that it's worked so well. And I'm also excited about what this has done and what this will allow us to do going forward.